That will be a stealth crap episode. That'll be a stealth crap episode.
And welcome back, everyone,
Just call
to episode 8, part 2.
Episode 8, part 2.
Yeah. Before we start, as promised, we have the completed version of Hazel.
Yes.
From, I need to get her name right because I messed it up last time. Corinne Milne.
Yes, Corinne Milne, our amazing artist.
I promise I'm going to do 100 push-ups. Corinne, if you're watching this, I'm doing 100 push-ups because I messed your name up last time, and I do apologize.
And say your name every time you push up.
Oh, boy. Corinne Milne.
Corinne.
So Corinne.
She does amazing work. We just showed off Ek, and as you can see, we have updated our bar a little bit on our characters, and one of them is about to be shown. But first, here's the art of Hazel in her full monk glory.
Yeah.
I think I got the point way over that way.
Wait, you're playing a girl?
That's a lady who'll catch.
Being a martial artist, I know I'm 20 pounds overweight right now, 30 pounds overweight. Desk jobs do that. But as a martial artist, I always wanted sleeves like that. Mm-hmm. They are so much more.
It's so much easier to work with.
Yes, it looks a little different, a little off-putting. But when you have to roll your sleeves up constantly before you do like board breaking punches and some and also Hapkido, it's taxing. But she has done very well.
Yeah.
And I laugh because technically you're only a purple belt.
But I like purple.
Well, she has 5th level right now.
Yeah, that's true. She is 5th level.
But but it's not. It's
not equal in today's world. You're already punching out oversized orcs.
Catching arrows and daggers in your teeth.
And bullets.
And throwing them back.
That just goes to show how intense the monastery was.
So
yeah.
You are in a purple belt.
Yeah, there's a difference between.
When you guys played, the floor was lava. The floor
and those
was
who are
lava.
watching, there is a 100% difference from straight training in a studio, American-wise, where you go maybe 3 times a week, or in my opinion, 5 times a day, versus living in a monastery 24/7 and training for that long.
5 times a day.
Because remember, I ran the studio.
Corinne Milne, Corinne Milne again doing all our character art for all our characters here. We're going to be revealing one every single week. We've got next on the docket is Barian and Sunny for our next session. Yeah, it's going to be episode 9.
I love how you got it.
I know. I like it though. I like it the fact we're going to give you teasers. Yes, what's coming down the line here is on episode 9. We're going to unveil Barian and Sunny. But we wanted to thank you, Corinne, again. And if you want to reach out to her, well, first off, if you love what she's doing, write us comments on our YouTube channel. But also, if you want to reach out to her personally, you can look up her contact information in our description area of our video.
And she's lovely to deal with. She is an excellent person throughout the rush.
So let's go ahead and add to our lovely screen.
Yeah.
Here we go. And we're going to headshot for Hazel.
And with one click, she is made whole.
Wow! It's incredible. I can't see it, so I really hope I did it at the right time.
You were really close. You were a little quick.
Damn it.
No, I was a little late. But you're there.
There we
go. Yay!
We're going to have to see that afterward. But slowly and surely, after...
Look, X a turtle, he's a little slow.
Yeah.
Acceptance is the first step.
But... slowly, after 7 full parts, 7 weeks, we're going to have a full list.
Something tells me I'm going to go last.
So, without further, let's do a little recap of Together We Roll. Part 8.
Recap. That was it.
Part 2. I wish I could do that sometime. Just recap! Okay.
Just rewatch last week's video again.
There you go.
All the way
All
through.
you gotta do is edit.
There you go.
No, that would be my job.
That's way too much stuff.
Maddening. But,
Recap.
so, the Kyndred Strangers finally completing their 8-long-day journey across the lands of Verosia. I can't speak today because I'm drinking stupid juice again. But it's yellow this time, so it's piss flavor.
Was it yellow last time?
No, it was orange.
So it's worse.
It's just
Off topic. But then again, we never really get on topic, so.
It's D&D.
Yeah. Finishing their 8-day journey across the lands. I need my music.
To the city of Zeim.
Yes, to the city of Zeim. Camping, having a few interesting conversations among each other, and seeing what the War of the Burning Lands did to this city specifically, and why it's called the Enduring City. Going through, creating a show with each other as you go across the struggling neighborhoods of each side of the shanty towns. Having a security checkpoint of some very drunk guards, apparently, rolling 2s and 4s and 1s.
Drunk and hungry.
Yep.
Drunk and hungry. Yeah,
Shift
they
change.
were ready for
During a shift change.
But how I see it, they just found some not a contraband.
Contraband.
Contraband. They found contraband of like fine liquor, and they had to make sure that it was fine contraband.
Or you can go-
Band. Contraband. He's been drinking the contraband.
Where are you putting in your
You're-
soda?
you're-
Or you can just go with clowns.
You're the one
want to
that's-
get us through there.
You're the one that said don't drink the stupid juice.
I
And
just
you're
drinking it.
drinking it
It
again.
really does make me stupid. I'm putting it over here.
Don't blame the soda.
All about it, huh?
That is true. Don't blame the alcohol.
Sonny
Blame
takes
the
3 steps away
It's
from
not alcohol.
you.
It's soda.
Remember, be a
I
responsible
saw you
drinker.
drinking. I want to try. Anyway.
That's tasty.
Apparently, no one could do their job right with the beer belly sergeant, and they let you through.
He tried with that nat 20.
Yeah, he tried with that nat 20. He woke up for a half second.
God, roll.
Yeah, I know. It was a
mine.
dual nat 20 between natural 20 forged documents of your brother and a natural 20 staff sergeant. That is, unfortunately, did not have a high enough intelligence to see past it. But the expertise really made a difference. He does not have expertise in investigation. If you were dealing with a temper die, it would have been a little bit different.
It would have been
God would have said
unfun.
Nothing.
nothing. He would have just like put his arms out after walking up.
That's
to
what
the
he would
guy.
have said.
Yeah, no, he would have just walked up to the temper die and just.
And we're like, where'd these turtles come from?
But you are officially
At least I
inside
can
the
get
city
out there.
of Zeim,
okay.
the Enduring City, and also a very well staffed inside city that has many skilled workers, higher caliber individuals. But the city is making a pretty penny because people are willing to work less because there's so many people willing to work for less. So, unfortunately,
Supply and demand.
yes, supply and demand. But it is how they have been able to survive and not to go under and truly into a depression inside the city. Even though they had to force everyone out, that cannot work. Looking around, seeing the various sturdy structures that are dwarfed by this at least 45 to 50 foot tall wall behind you that is impressively thick, but for good reason. In this military society, as you see small companies, no, not companies, what is the proper term for like 15 people of soldiers?
Platoon.
Platoon.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. Thank you.
Yeah, because the company's 150.
Yeah, the company is on.
Well, I don't know about modern armies,
No,
but
it's increments of 10.
I use
I thought reason.
just for simplicity.
yeah, in Elizabethan 400 years ago army of the United States.
And it's still not exactly.
Elizabethan United
stop.
States.
It is a fantasy world.
Just stop.
It's a fantasy world with
Stop,
magic and automaton. Okay? And
Who else is
portals
drinking
and
this
dragons and
juice?
fairy dragons. Anyway,
And river parts.
and wyvern parts. So,
Yes.
now that you're inside, you still have the, I always find clowns creepy, I'm sorry.
That's right. You know how you hide something? Right in front of everybody.
Exactly.
Think it's a no one wants to look
Just
at
like
it.
this guy with 4 natural ones checking the guy. One guy with 3,000 gold pieces for his name.
The nose.
Yeah, the
Every
nose is
single
awesome.
poster has a
Through
different
them
nose.
Yes. Apparently he had a
Maybe
boxing-
that artist wasn't so bad.
As we're passing through the city and we're on the way to the guild, I kind of get closer to Derick and I'm just like, what are you wanted for? if you don't mind me asking.
It would be nice to
Well,
know.
you see, the king from my city was overtaxing the people, so I decided to do a little leverage and help the people out. Of course, the king did not appreciate that.
No, it does not sound like something he would, but sounds honorable enough.
Of course, he's saying this with still the green hat.
Look,
I do have
So
a
you-
question for
I
you.
start to take
Thru.
you seriously.
We'll talk about it later.
I have a question though. Go ahead, Sonny.
But the answer is yes.
What,
He just goes.
what kingdom?
I don't think you're wrong.
The king in Florence. The city Florence. The king in the city Florence. Felgorn.
Did you see the list?
There was a lot of nobles.
He got a couple of his friends to add to it.
Do I know
They were not
anything about
there.
Florence? Like, is it a big enough city that I would have
Roll
read
a
about it?
history check.
Swear to God, if you get another fucking nat
You notice
one,
I'm not doing
that's
it.
crazy.
No, Sonny doesn't care.
I'm not I'm.
14.
No, you've never heard of it
Do
before.
do you all carry swords like
Not
that
that
in
big.
Florence?
You've never heard it before. Maybe not in this land. Definitely not on the borders of where you come from.
Yeah, I think things closer to the coast I've heard of.
Yeah, but the further away
But-
the coast it gets,
Yeah.
the harder the information gets to because
Where we're going to confuse our.
There's not going to be any trade with them, so why
Oh, hell
would
no, you
we?
don't
Why
know.
would we know?
Should I roll?
yeah, you can.
Got all these names of these cities. The Marquette, which is actually.
Nope.
Well, the Marquette is actually used.
It's not a city in
many
this game,
different
yeah.
terminologies, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
And
that's
then
how we're
we
starting
have
to
a
step
city
in
of
that
Florence, which is not the city of Florence that we know.
Wrong Florence.
Yeah, very different Florence, I'm
Yes,
sure.
it is.
Sure, it's a very different Florence.
I mean, he doesn't sound Italian.
So, going through the streets of Zeim, paved and definitely better dressed individuals. You do not see any noblemen or anything, but you see hard labor workers. You see a couple of the people from the outside of the gate that are working, moving grain, moving boxes, doing various jobs, cleaning, and doing what they can in order to get a job. You notice, actually, it's not all humans, by the way, but you notice a couple of hobgoblins, hobgoblins that are actually dressed in the armors of the military.
3 hots and a cop. I get just about anybody.
And also, see a couple of goblins in the streets, which are accompanied by the military wherever they go. At least the ones that you've seen. At least have one company of the Crimson Blades that are going with them. For the very few goblins that you've seen in this city. But as you travel, going from one shop to another, as you go to more to the city center, as it opens up from a well. And when you see this well, it's actually not a very deep well. It actually only goes to the floor. And it has but you don't even see a pit in this well, even though it looks like a traditional well.
Has it got a pump handle? Is it artesian? Does it have a spout?
And it's quite literally, you drop the bucket.
And it
Like
just
a
fills
normal.
magically.
No, you drop the bucket down.
But there's no pit.
It's a source
He
block
said
of
there's
water.
no. He said there's no.
There's a bucket, but there's no pit for where the water actually is residing.
So, okay, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here long enough to worry about where the water
Yeah.
comes from.
Yeah.
Don't drink water.
Where are you heading to, if I may ask?
Stone carved out so that we can turn in these.
Very well.
We're gonna go to the
Screaming
hooligan one?
dwarf place.
No, we're going to the
No,
dwarf one as well. Yes.
The
Go
screaming
to the
dwarf.
big rock.
We're going to the big rock. We can go the other hooligan thing too if you want.
We have 3 days.
We don't know how many days.
We don't know.
Well,
we don't
have 3
know.
days in the city.
You are sanctioned to
We might
have
have today.
3 days based off the permit that you've been given.
Well, no, we don't know how many days until the
Next
Because you
No.
said the airship leaves every 3 days. He could be leaving today.
No, he didn't even tell you where the,
No.
where
Yeah.
the freaking
We're allowed to
airship.
be.
That's what
But you know where the airship actually. Derek, based off the natural 20, you know
Davros.
this is
Davros.
roughly.
Davros.
Davros, Derick.
I meant
D
to
names,
say-
damn it.
Stupid
I
juice.
meant to say Davros. Sorry.
The 2 rogues are D names.
So we look up in the air.
Do the double D.
Oh my god.
Is it
There you
too
have
late
it,
to
folks.
quit the campaign?
Making a new
Okay, everyone,
character.
bye. We're gonna-
The end.
Okay, so we perform on the street as we're going.
Of course.
You definitely get the looks. You don't even need to perform to get the looks. You have, well, just from you guys in general. Do a general performance check.
All of us?
If you're performing,
I'm not.
I'm going to do an acrobat.
I'm driving.
Play to your
I
strengths.
will jump off the
I'm driving the cart.
16 off of the big horse, do a somersault, and land in the 14 plus 8.
Can I use my strength for this?
Not so good.
what are you trying to do?
15.
Just look big.
Make an
Intimidation.
intimidation check.
I'm trying to look
You're using your
proud.
Well, if you're trying to just, are you like striking poses or something?
Hero man pose.
Well, those are my space.
All right.
Modify.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's still going to be charisma based. You're
Okay.
not like lifting anything around.
Modify
I'm not gonna lift the
20.
cart.
Modify 20. Okay, so what was your performance checks?
22.
22.
Why don't we use our horse?
Yes.
And God did pretty well as he's doing the hurdy-gurdy again.
I chose blue.
What's your performance check? 16? Okay, not bad.
16.
Okay, as you guys are performing through the streets, as as you start striking poses, as you start just flexing your armor chassis, it definitely turns their heads as you feel a couple of ta-ta-ta-ta as a light-footed individual uses you as a platform to quite literally jump off your shoulders and do a long back flip through the air and land hero pose. Looking like it, but not in actuality, otherwise you would shatter your kneecaps. As you get back down with a couple of clapping of the workers nearby before they continue going, as a couple of them are actually falling
Hide in plain
suit,
sight.
and one of them in a top hat, well-dressed individual, darker skin than what most of you hazelnut. Anyway,
Hazelnut? What?
yeah. Well, a lot of you guys.
Spoiler.
Yeah, a lot of you are darker skinned for those that are human because of the beauty of your image. Think of it more like a Hawaiian weather. It's just constant this weather all the time with various rainy seasons.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, it doesn't really change on because you guys
It's
are
temperate.
on the equator of this planet.
It's warm. It's temperate.
The top hat comes over and says, I would inquire where are you performing?
Inquire.
Right here. Don't you hear it?
Right here, right now.
Just as you're going, where are you heading? What is your business? Please. Yeah, I'm quite impressed and I like what I see. Quite unorthodox.
We're here to get transport to go to the Dwarven City. We have an engagement there.
Ah, very well. Do you have some sort of business plan? Perhaps I could invite you to become that.
Perhaps what?
Perhaps I could invite you for another business opportunity for the festival here.
When's the festival?
2 months.
Give us your information, and when we get back, we'll definitely check into
Certainly.
it.
As he takes out a small business card that's not really small, it's about this long.
Oh my god.
That's a business placard.
I am
It's a
mayor of the
business
city.
pamphlet.
Oh, greetings! And I give him a.
Oh, thank you very much. As he gives a small greeting to his father.
I bow to.
I follow
Like Mom taught me to.
Anyway, I must continue, but you know where to find me. Just show them that business card and they'll let you in. But yes, if you wish, it'll be good money. Good money.
Yeah. We'll see you when we get back.
Okay.
Your Honor. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Returning in them wyvern stuff,
as he
right?
turns around.
Goodbye to
Yeah.
Wyvern stuff.
I forgot what I was going. Oh well. As he continues down the
That
street.
shows you how great we are.
No arguments.
We are here to
Amaze and astound.
and make you forget your troubles.
Stupefy.
He seemed to be a very distracted individual.
One would tell.
As he goes down the street, you notice that he turns and looks at the shop and just kind of peruses and then turns around and almost looks like he forgot what he was doing again. And then continues down a different direction.
Hey, we got work to get back. And a business card.
He might forget about us.
No, I don't think so.
Well, we have his
It
business
would be
card.
surprised if he still remembers us
Hazel,
as it is.
Make a perception check, please, along with Derick and Davros.
Perception.
Knowing what you are, your backstory, and what you
I don't see her. I just go out and shit.
Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
22.
22.
Yes.
That's a natural one.
This was probably that one.
That'd be an 18.
18.
Just
6.
Poor girl.
Well, for those that got the attention, for you two, or Derick and Hazel, you notice a couple of shadows tailing him.
All right.
Probably his guard. A couple of the Crimson's, very similar to the Crimson, Crimson.
Blades.
I always want to say Crimson Brigade. No, Crimson Blades. But they have a couple extra symbols lining their chest that have almost like a swiggly fire to them.
Okay.
But that's all you get based off your perception checks.
Don't mess with them.
Do we think that they're just bodyguards for the mayor, or do you think that they just suspect
For
us?
what you guys are, and especially those that used to rob nobles, these are ones that are guarding him but giving him space. Because he doesn't like having guards with him. But they are paid to be with him. So they're just giving him
As long as
girls
they're
like
doing
that.
their job and not,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Looking at us strangely, I think we're okay.
Oh, no, actually, that's the reason why you were able to know who they are, because they actually were keeping an eye on you, because he approached you. Yes.
I'm going to keep an eye out for any magic shots specifically.
Okay, make a perception check as you guys continue through the tower. And start heading towards the clock tower, which it has hit another hour. Boom, as you hear a small melody out of chimes, loud, high-pitched chimes.
What kind of gods, like what kind of churches are in this city?
Make a history check. That one I'm going to say make another history check. You don't have like the automatic Google.
No, that's totally fair.
No GPS.
History is a 15.
Okay, well, you remember for one of them reading the Temple of Future Sands is a temple to Unor, the of the Shifting Sands.
Okay.
There's also a Church of the Sun Ray. There's also a dwarven god of Buhamut. No, not Buhamut. Of I am failing my D&D lore.
But a dwarf.
There is a dwarf god. It's the main dwarf god. The one before.
As
Morden.
Morden. Thank you. I can't remember the names.
a devotee of Seychelles, the dolphin of the ocean, I don't know if I'm going to go to the desert of Yenor.
Okay,
But
this is okay.
if we're here for an extra day,
You
I
are
might go
quite
to
literally like one of the farthest places from the ocean.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not expecting that. I'm just saying like Yenor is literally the goddess of the shifting sands of the desert and shit.
Yeah.
I think Sarenrae, the sun, is going to be a little
more forgiving.
They
little
both
bit
sound
more-
bad for you, honestly.
A little more closer
The
to
sun
home.
is over the ocean. There's no trees to block it up. Only half the city's underwater. I keep having to remind that only half the city's
Actually,
underwater. We hung out under the sun
Well,
all
they
day
say
long.
half the city, but it's like an iceberg. There's a lot more underneath than on top.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like that.
Your city's bottom heavy.
So it is a little more bottom heavy, but there's still a lot of city above water. Like I'm used to being out in the sun.
Got a fat bottom city.
17 on the perception.
Sun-dried.
17%.
So, but yeah, basically, if the airship's leaving fucking today, then we gotta go. But if it's leaving tomorrow, I might go.
Well, I don't think we're gonna have enough money until we get there and
yeah,
cash
let's,
our stuff.
let's
Yeah,
get to
that's
the
the
place to
priority,
cash in.
right,
So let's,
right.
yeah.
So
We are continuing to perform.
Continuing
Make
on
our
our way,
way.
trying to get to the guild. I have not stopped, even when the mayor was talking. I'm on Sonny's horse actually this whole time, and I'm just slowly moving
Well,
forward.
I mean, he didn't exactly look like the mayor, and it's strange that he wants that title. But he seems to be a little bit of an off man.
That's fine.
Yeah.
gotta be a little crazy to run
Well,
a
he's
place
got to
like
be.
this.
Well, he's got to be somebody important if he's got bodyguards.
Seemed okay
I
to
can
me.
respect that. That's fine.
I look at the business card.
He was nice. That's all I care about.
You got the business card.
The only one that exists.
Oh, no. Yeah, legendary.
Please don't lose it.
Yeah, bring it back.
It's the key. It's the key to the city.
Yeah, someone can just get the ring out and
10
says,
seconds.
That's
legendary artifact, the business card of all business cards. No, yes.
Everybody's
He's got the golden ticket.
It's
like psychic paper.
Sorry, what was your question about it?
I just look at it. Does it say, I'm the mayor, come see me, or what?
It actually does say that.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you're looking on the back. It says, "I'm the mayor. Come see me." Big monies. Love you guys. Yeah, that's it. And that's written.
It actually says that.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's it.
We got our first fan.
Yeah.
Good to
And
know.
on the front side, actually, it's more of a written letter of invitation. And it says, Mayor Dule Marquet. Dule.
Adula Amagata?
Yeah.
Adu Managata. No. Adu.
Prince Ali.
I think there's something wrong with this.
Marquet.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, right. Copyright. Holy shit.
Manakana.
Language.
Write that down. The name of the guy.
His name's the mayor. I heard it.
That was so genuine.
It is a definite exotic name, comparatively of any name you've ever heard.
Do I need to write it down, or can I just look at the card again?
You
Later.
can look at the card. I'll give you the actual written when I
Second paper.
find the document that I written.
Alright.
This is
For
Kurt's
my next
bullshit. It's
acrobatic
just
trip,
second paper.
as I'm in the front, I
It's
will
just
do
a bunch of ways to
Put
backflip
back into his target.
onto the warhorse and another backflip over the driver into the cart.
Oh,
What's with you doing
one of
flips all over
these
the place?
one of these times we're gonna just totally nose
I'm
it,
just driving the car.
and then you will have a
I'm not
nose out
doing
to
jack
here
shit.
because it'll be swollen.
He's showing off.
18.
Jeez.
Don't fail.
18?
Yeah. Do I need to roll twice or
You need to roll
just
for every
once?
time you do one.
Well, I said a backflip from the street onto the back of the warhorse, and from the warhorse a backflip over her head
Warhorse.
on the cart.
That's like a 7-foot backflip up
Yeah.
to the warhorse because it's like
And
a warhorse.
Okay, roll.
I did. 18.
Okay.
Do I need to roll twice? Is what I'm
Okay,
asking.
so you
it's
went
gonna
from
be
the
long jump to
horse.
7 feet.
No, from the
ground
street
up
backflip onto the horse, and then from the horse backflip over her head
Okay,
onto
so
the cart.
first of all, okay, looking at the warhorse, your brain tells you, because you've jumped on things before, the
Right.
warhorse
Clydesdale.
back stands here.
Okay.
Those that can't see me, it's a 7.
That's the point.
But-
7 foot at the shoulder.
But it's okay,
Yeah,
he's
it's
not using
7
his
foot
brain,
at
he's
the
using his
shoulder.
depth.
My head
They
is
can
at its
see on the
shoulder.
360.
To
My head.
backflip onto that
Okay, so
is
why don't
gonna
we
be
just
insane.
kind of use the mane then and wrap myself up and around on top of it then?
It's
Make
got a
an
saddle.
athletics check.
I did, that was the 18.
That was a dex check. You said saying athletics. It's based on your strength.
Sorry, acrobatics check.
Then acrobatics. So you got an 18.
Then I got an 18 to do it. If I can't backflip, I'll just use my hand to grab onto the mane, flip around and up onto the top of them.
Okay, so as you begin to grab the mane, pull on the mane with your body weight, and start to try to fling yourself around. You don't get enough momentum, and you're holding the horse. As the warhorse, takes the command to turn left, and immediately starts going towards into a shop.
I would like to take my.
Yeah, no, well, before you even get that, as the horse starts to speed up, as you land and grab onto the front part of the horse in front of him and start getting beat with his legs, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to make sure you don't get just stomped on as you fall off. As the other, unfortunately, horse just gets carried along.
Yeah, you can actually do an animal handling.
Because I've been
24.
24. So you're holding onto the horse as the
I've
horse
been
is starting to
actively
speed.
steering.
Yes, you're actively steering. You do you know how to drive land vehicles?
That's what most people do.
So,
No, it's actually
No.
a skill.
Make an animal handling check.
that's fine. It's not that.
18.
18. So unfortunately, as the horse starts to speed up, you're just holding on and just looking back, and you're just going straight into a open aired window, which happens to have some sort of arcane writing on a.
Pull right, pull right, pull right!
As you start going towards it, and you see arcane writing scrolling above it, as you see plants going up these pillars on the side of the building, and there's a
hate you
small
so
little
much.
outdoor, and you see in the window, just reading the book with small glasses, a small
Pull right.
pseudo dragon that just looks at the window,
God.
and you just
Okay,
see
okay,
the glasses drop, and eyes wide.
Okay, look, please. If I can see that we're going in that direction, I will lean so that I guide the horse away
Make an
from the
animal
window.
handling check at disadvantage.
Animal handling check.
You just pulled its mane and you're holding it by its neck.
Yeah, because you know
I
you
was
leave.
trying to swing myself around, not to. All right. never
Yeah,
mind.
and it didn't work. You rolled poorly.
An 18 was poor.
Well, what he's trying
This
to
would
do.
be a 20 DC in order to
Yeah,
do what
it
you
is.
did without the horse.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a luck point.
Okay.
Excuse my French.
So he's French. He's
What did you roll?
comes after a luck point.
5.
With the luck point.
For the love of God, tell me I can do something.
The first roll was better, actually.
What was
Did
the
that-
first one then?
The first roll was an 8.
Oh. So as the
So my luck point didn't
small
help.
little reading glasses drop off, and you can only imagine a small little high-pitched squeak as the warhorse and the draft horse crash
God.
through the front window as
We just
glass goes
fucking got
inside.
here.
As you see various racks of various different equipment and gear start to fall over and buckle as the horse
Kick your ass.
takes 9 points of piercing damage as the glass starts falling on your neck.
The horse?
The war horse.
He should take the damage. She was in front.
Unfortunately, he takes half damage because he's underneath the horse. But he did go through with the horse, so you do take 9 points of piercing slashing damage.
Good.
As the horse stops, now halfway through,
That's
and
like
it looks
half
like the
the points
warhorse
of
started to go through at the same time, and the draft horse is just like, ah! Being dragged in.
That'll kill the horse. That'll kill the draft horse. 9 points.
No, they
Draft
have like
horse has
16.
like 30. Oh, okay. So
Yeah, warhorse has like 30.
32, yeah.
I'll just tell the horses to whoa and push them back out.
So you get up and off, and as you hear cussing, what the fuck? As you hear the pseudo dragon just flapping away. At least it has the shape of a pseudo dragon, but its scales are very shiny with a lot of colors. It's like a multicolored pseudo
As
dragon.
soon as we're.
You
Do I
eventually
get to
stop the
cover that?
horse. Make an animal handling check.
Again?
Oh, fuck. It happened when we were in your eyes.
You need to go.
22.
You need
22.
Yeah.
You stop the war horse and you stop the draft horse as
While on
one
his
of those
horse, there's probably
blades
no
of glass and were actually fragmented in a way that made a spear point into the draft horse. And the draft horse is just neighing and wheezing from the pain. And it starts moving as you start bringing them back and cleaning them up. The same pseudo dragon that has a multitude of different colors as it moves across. Not very long nose, but almost like a smashed nose, naturally. As you hear the flapping sound. Small as a cat, as like a black cat, lands on one of the shells that just landed and just. Hey!
What the fuck did you think you were
I'm
doing?
sorry, good sir. I was trying to do an acrobatic trick and it.
Who are you calling a sir? I am a madam!
Oh my! How did you somehow make this worse?
You better start talking fast or start dropping gold before I stole the car.
Madam.
I can't even speak because I'm so distraught!
Good madam.
Sorry, man.
What?
It was an accident.
So what?
Please take our friend back.
You pay for the damages,
Of course, I will pay for the damages.
Yeah.
and you're cleaning my shop up.
Yes.
Of course.
Without a doubt, and we apologize.
I am so sorry. I did not mean that to happen.
She makes eye contact with you and just shudder.
Wait.
Seeing the cloud face and seems to
I'm gonna persuasion.
at disadvantage.
I'm gonna healer's kit on both the horses.
Thank you.
Nick, by the way, I don't know if you
Oh,
heard.
man, do you really wanna
Sparks and
use those
Davros
healer's
are
kit like
specifically
that?
not stopping. I'm on the horse. He's beside the horse.
Oh,
we're just
no.
walking. We did not look back.
Yes! Just keep walking! Just keep walking!
He can't be around anything that happens.
I asked for. Without knowing that there's nothing I can say, I asked for a broom.
I'm sorry. So Sparks and Davros, you're gone.
Ignore the whole situation and keep going.
I figured you stay with your brother.
We're going to.
I don't know where you are.
We're going to the dwarf thing.
God was in the cart.
And the turtle stuck into the
I
shell.
don't know these people. I don't know these people.
Knowing that this is just completely fucked up, do you have a broom?
She flaps off, opens up her wings again, which actually have more of a Fey ancestry to it. And opens up and flaps away and lands and grabs a couple of keys with her mouth and tosses it. Actually, no, would not toss them to you. Separates them with her hands and tosses you a key. Jenna closet right there.
I unlock
Right
it.
there.
Start going. We start cleaning up.
We start cleaning up.
What does it take to?
Where's my
How
book?
much is it going to take to repair this?
What does the window cost?
So sorry.
The window?
Yeah.
She picks up the window that actually, now that you look at it, had some sort of delicate scrolling etching into it.
I hate you.
We're more than willing to help him clean up and tell him the price he owes.
Yes.
Just give me my book. Where's my book? And she starts scraping around.
Start
the book.
putting stuff back up on the
And
shelves.
you finally get the
cleaning
book,
up
and it
and
looks like
everything.
the book has some minor damage. Closes it gently. Goes to put it on the
Taking
shelf,
care
and
of
then
the horses
realizes
with
the
you.
various magical items that have been shelving racks have been tossed over in turns.
Just keep going. I'll take care of this.
You want us to keep going?
If you want, I will take care of this.
Oh hell no! Someone's.
I will meet you at the.
No.
Well, it's going to take me a bit to fix the horses up anyway, so.
Yeah, so they pull the horses back out gently. He's fixing the horses.
I'm fixing the horses.
Cleaning the place.
Okay.
Clean,
You don't
I
want
help
me
clean.
standing next to him right now.
I got you. I clean up.
Okay, so with you two cleaning up, it takes a little bit as the warhorse going through the front, rather nice pillow stacked. Now, sorry, it was like a window seal. Why can I not remember anything tonight? I am so nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous.
No,
I need to save
okay.
myself.
So bottom line is, how much does he owe?
It would be roughly 500 gold pieces in damage.
Holy shit! You son of a bitch! You just
As
wiped out our ability to get the fucking.
How much money do you have?
I have 110 gold.
All right.
As the glass is
Actually, no, I have 125 gold. So
yeah.
that will break me.
I have plenty, but I'm not there.
Gentlemen, as the glass is expensive by itself because of the etchwork, it is artist pieces with a bit of an arcane infusing. Well, arcane lettering. It is not infused with any sort of magic. The pillows, the fine pillows, most of them are destroyed. In fact, someone roll a D100 real quick. As the fine pillows that she was sitting in, where their book was actually a small, little, comfortable study that she was using.
89.
Okay, 89% of it is destroyed.
Oh my god.
As the glass seemed, as the warhorse stomped through it with its metal hooves,
Now I roll high.
it crushed and somehow shredded many of the pillows and padded furniture that was that small little section.
Here's the money for the window. I give you 300.
I had 125,
So
so
I have 90. So here, that's 500. That pays for the window.
On another note,
Both of you roll a stealth check at advantage. Try not to be affiliated from this.
stealth check at advantage.
well, he disappears into the crowd. I don't know
he's
about
walking on
metal
the horse.
guy.
Well, this is a general,
I'm riding the horse,
This
but
is
I've
a
been-
general check.
I've been pretty
to not
invisible.
be,
Associated.
associated with this.
That's a nat 20?
Oh my god, that's a nat 20.
We're not part of this!
We have been fucking made in our life. I shit you not, disadvantage, it was a 20 and a 19.
Wow.
That was a 20 and a 5.
That's
Many
quite
Christmas.
well done. I mean, for people, somehow you channel your inner just gossip.
I don't know
like,
them.
oh my god, I can't believe that. This was
I figure we don't stop till we're at least a couple blocks down.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not-
That was a little one.
I'm still looking for a magic shop.
I think you just found
The
it.
one we
I think he found
destroyed.
I found it, but you walked away from
We
it.
destroyed.
All right. We clean up. We give her 500 gold. And what
Make
else?
a general charisma check on just handling the situation.
They got all the pillows
She
and-
is very distraught, even though it's coming from a small, charismatic, like multicolored rainbow pseudo-dragon with fey-like wings. When I say fey-like wing, it's not like a butter wings or anything, but it has more fey-like aspects of how it's curved and everything, versus a more draconic aggression.
Straight up.
18 on my charisma, and I give her a rose. Sleight of
Where the fuck did
hand.
you get
Where
that
did
from?
Sleight of hand.
Where'd you
I
get
have pockets.
No.
That you kept flowers in?
You just
Correct.
came from 8 days of trial. Where the hell
So do you
did
want
get that
deception,
from?
Pick a rose
persuasion,
anywhere
or
along
straight
the way.
up charisma?
No. Factually false.
Nick,
Compress the digitate one.
I will press the digital. Hey, one then.
No, then it disappears.
straight up charisma, performance, persuasion, or deception? Which one do you want?
This is just a straight up charisma.
17.
17. Okay.
Mine was 18.
Fine. You have a rose. However, it is crushed. Because it was in your pocket when you were doing that to the horse.
Fair point.
So as you bring it out, half of it falls apart and you hear a...
Okay, normally it's not like that. I am sorry. I really am
Of
sorry.
course, you're still dressed with the green hat.
That's right.
As she looks into the the bucket that you have cleaned up, and she did not want to throw away the glass. She wants to keep the
No,
glass.
we're not asking.
Well, at least I have more air. I was just saying it was a little stuffy in here.
And Derek just invented the drive-through.
God, no.
Oh!
That's terrible.
Oh!
I offer her on top of that the wear-worn scales that I had gathered. As I'm sorry.
She takes it with her small little paws. Takes out a small monocle.
Fresh.
I can tell. Thank you.
I'm sorry for him. We're trying to rehabilitate him.
I see. Well,
See what I mean?
It was a mistake, yes.
well, it's. I'm sure it's. I'm sure it was.
You hear from
Inside your shell.
clacking my jaw.
As she's just taking it as. Anywho,
We're giving work
I'm
to
pretty sure it's
unfortunate.
every woman's dream to have a dashing fellow crash through her window or door or whatever. But I
Oh,
don't
good.
find it as charming as the books would put it. Welcome to my shop. Buy something or get the fuck out.
Oh, I have no money now, so
We gave you all the money. I hope we're square. When we get back from our engagement, we'll definitely come to you to buy something without our horse.
Do you have a business card?
No, Jesus Christ. I just grabbed him by the back of his collar. Let's go. We're leaving. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back without horses.
She takes a small little handkerchief and goes.
And as I go, stay away from the monk.
I'm gonna fucking.
You can try.
Nope.
Oh,
If there's anyone in this group you cannot outrun.
Hazel.
Remember,
Hi, Hazel.
we're
We're
humans.
riding. We're moving.
Humans
We're
stick
going.
together.
Stop talking.
Do I have
Factually false.
A few blocks down, I'm chilling next to Sparks and just.
Where did everybody
Oh,
go?
that's why your name is Sparks. we're having casual conversation. It's no big deal. Yes, you see when
I
it
just
comes.
could've.
We're just chilling.
I
as-
could have bought something.
It's just, you know, if you ever
You
needed
could've
to
bought
get
something.
through the tunnel from
No,
the
no,
mid-level of a dwelling
no,
down
that
to the bottom
I
floors,
spent
you
all
could
my money
just fucking
with the glass,
sink
but
straight down.
I wanted to buy something. There,
And it wouldn't have to
wait.
wait.
You go back. You
$300
go back.
yourself
No,
out there.
I owe you money.
No, you owe him. I don't care about my money.
I still
Down
owe
I
you.
can do. Up is different.
Who do I owe?
You want to pay me back? No, you owe him $300. I chipped in. Some
Unless I
more.
have boots of
You want to
war.
pay me back my part
And health kits.
until we get where we're going. No more.
Let's sell those.
Go sit in the wagon next to Eck,
It didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Yes.
and
Obviously.
it's going to work out the way I want because you're going to sit next to Eck, and Eck is going to watch out for you, right, Eck?
Speaking of which, you see you see God, his head retracted in, and you just see the hands just cross fingers and just twirling his fingers.
And you just hear the incessant, like clockwork of the jaw,
Ack.
of my jaw going.
Like a nervous tick.
Eck,
I will counter your.
Do you
your
mind
knocking.
riding the
I'm
cart for a
knocking
little
on
while?
your
I'm
jaw.
gonna go walk.
you don't want me to drive a cart with animals.
I'm gonna get my foot start.
you
You're gonna
mind
get my
grabbing
peg
the
leg
card
to start stomping here in a moment.
Okay.
No?
For those that are still with the cart,
I'll keep driving.
for those that are with the
I assume we're still
For
inside.
those that are with the cart, gentlemen, for Sunny, Barian,
Okay, sit up here.
Hazel, Derick, God, and Ek, there are now 9 crimson blades.
I fucking bet.
Just
I bet.
meandering around, keeping an eye on you folk.
I'm glad I'm not
For
there.
coming maybe halfway, not even halfway through the city and causing a commotion.
I'm glad I'm not there.
By the window.
sorry. So sorry.
You notice that a couple of them
Shut
went
up.
to the shop to talk, clearly talk to the
We're gonna be
owner
at
of
the
the
same
shop.
place.
You have not asked for the name, and she did not give her name to you.
Yeah.
And did not charge out running, but just to see, hey, you okay? But they-
I figured we just kept going till we found the guild.
The center.
yeah, you went.
I figured we still had at least a few blocks to go.
Yeah, you still had a few blocks to go. And,
They'll catch up eventually. Just go where they're going.
You're
That's-
not,
we're
you're
fine.
not there yet. You don't see this description of a giant stone that has been carved out, as far as you can tell the description.
Bless you.
You just go down
But,
the main center until you get to the top clock tower.
Yeah, and then take a left and then follow that.
But
No, that was
eventually,
the
you
other
do
place,
see the
but the-
rest of the individual coming over with 9 guards following them.
Oh my god.
I will drop back and greet the guards.
You notice one of the guards looking over the people that are going, makes eye contact with you. Just kind of looks a little closer.
No, oh god, no.
We don't need this right now. What was to not bring attention to
Oh my
ourselves.
god, you fucking asshole.
You fucking idiot.
Well, this came from easy to well, shit.
Oh my god.
This guard has a bit of a
There's
scruffy
no way
beard.
we're gonna get that lucky again.
I go greetings in my biggest performance. Like, hi. Still in clown face.
So you start to engage into he has a bit of a like a 5 o'clock
Shadow.
5 o'clock shadow going right now.
It's noon.
Long day.
Pick
Yes.
just a basic charisma check. As he's just looking at you in a clown suit, engaging as soon as he started making eye contact.
13.
13.
Maybe
Move along.
good enough.
Thank you. I grab him.
I'm on the
He's
wagon.
in the wagon.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
that's why I went
the
back, so that they'd be separate. You got it. And I do like a thing and jet back over. We're going.
They stay with you.
Yeah. Get to the guild.
I will just
Okay.
Yes.
turn around in the direction
I'm
that we're
asking.
heading, so the back is to the door.
Act.
You're trying your best.
If he moves. Yes. Thank you.
That is not necessary.
Let me know when I will chase him
Shop
down.
after shop. You do not find another magic shop.
So that was just the one.
I think we know where there's a magic shop.
Now, you know that designated magic
We're at
shops
the magic shop.
are hard to come by. Various people have some.
Okay, I'm looking for something very specific.
All right, what are you looking for?
Would there be someone who has an item of mending?
It would definitely be that shop back there. However, there are a few other shops that do
That's why she did last. She
have
just
basic
meant to
stuff for
keep them
mending,
Yeah.
as that is a very handy
I
item.
can't hold.
That's why I need it.
If you spend 25 gold, you'll be able to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it would be a
He
small,
heard
quite literally roller.
Yep. That's what I
Yeah,
wanted.
so it's just a roller of mending.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're trying to use it on your chassis, it might not work.
No, that's not what I want to use it for. Just like menial stuff. Like eventually go
Oh
back.
fuck,
in.
your war toy.
You should have just grabbed that.
Yeah, okay.
I could erase like some of the stuff on it. So
A little bit, but it's, you know.
It's like the dents and scratches in my shield.
But like, you know, chunks of it missing, you can't really.
Dents and scratches in the shield I can fix.
Yeah, no problem.
Looking.
I can make myself look pretty.
Yeah, that's basic.
It's like a cone for me.
Yeah, but you get the general sense that
Just comb
those
myself
that
every
sell
morning.
magical items have to have serious documentation work and background checking in order to sell magical items of actual power,
Yeah, I just wanted a thing of mending.
which was probably that pseudo dragon lady.
Yeah. And we're cool. We'll come back later.
I just want,
When we
I
have some
specifically
money.
wanted something amending.
Yeah.
Would I be able to grab that while we're just walking down the street? Because I know they're way behind us.
Yeah, and they're so you guys see this first, and it's rather obtuse amongst the rest of the freaking structures. Going deeper in the city, you find it going higher and higher, getting 2, 3 stories, even sometimes 4-story tall building, which is pretty impressive, especially gravity-defying stories that. Even just on stone is pretty good, and the stone masonry and the craftsmanship of the work is well maintained and not gaudy, but just like all right, this is pretty good. You see less outside of the wall city workers and more people that actually live here. Those that actually maintain the area, those that have lived here since birth and have found a way to stay within the city walls without becoming one of the people outside, which is definitely a struggle for some people. You find, I kid you not, amongst these buildings that are angular in design, but it goes into like angular into smooth. But they don't really use round corners here. It's more angular pieces that make a lot of the different structures, but they get fancy with it. You find in between 2 normal buildings of the city, jets of black rock that look like that have pierced the floor and have gone up and are making various shapes until this giant 4-story structure of black and gray stone partially carved out into an angry dwarven face of a mountain, and the open mouth being the door of it.
Shit. I think that is where he said we were supposed to go.
Along as you hear
does look like it.
heavy rhythmic thumping inside
I
with
wonder
heavy music.
if they know what this might be while we're here too, is the stone and the hammer.
I figure we don't go in until they catch
No,
up.
we're just gonna hang around outside.
Yeah.
And this
So,
is when the rest of you get here.
You guys all catch up.
We're kind of obvious.
Well,
With an
Are we still dragging the escort?
Yeah.
yes. You made you were a
Less than
moving
5 blocks in.
We made that
party
impression.
that crashed into a building. As you guys collide with the rest of them, the one that was keeping an eye on you and has been almost burning a hole in the back of your skull
I did not look in this direction.
makes eye contact with Davros.
I'm still on the horse next to Sparks. I
And-
figure
and
I
Sparks.
figure on the horse where I
And
live.
Sparks.
Yep.
And then there's suddenly a realization and just like,
Greetings.
greetings, my ass. Get your bounty and leave.
is the plan.
That is the plan, sir.
That's the plan.
So we head into the door
Okay. Leaving the carriage outside, I presume.
with
Yeah.
With,
God,
with
right?
God.
Okay.
Which has not retracted his head. Sorry, has not.
Stuck his
Can
head
he
back out.
at least peek his eyes out?
Yeah, he's
I can stay with him.
Yeah, he's. This is like the worst case situation with him. And he's back at the front and sticks his head out and just kind of just waves at the guards and just goes back, sips something. As you guys open up the door and immediately assailed with heavy wind instruments that are loud and very, very ear-piercing, and like along with dwarven chanting and feet pounding, along with clanging of clankers and slushing of beers and rowdy screams as you see inside base floor. Of course, this is just the entryway, but when I say entryway, it's like a 30-foot by 50-foot door. It is a door just that says, "Fuck you, I'm big."
So
But
that's
it
like
opens
the
up.
gateway to a mine.
It opens up very easily, with hardly any movement whatsoever, without any strength whatsoever.
I feel it'd be difficult to tell if it was a war going on inside or a party.
I think
It's a party.
As you see the main entryway to a roaring fire pit on the opposite side, a hard, sturdy dwarven partiers just eating and drinking this just banquet of food, as it's apparently it's lunchtime. Yeah. And they seem to be partying
That's
out
more
with
lunch.
a various
Still?
instruments playing. A lot of them wind instruments that are just keeping the party active as people are chanting a classic dwarven song of their people. And does anyone speak Dwarvish?
I do. Greetings.
You speak all of them.
Roll a history check real quick.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you
Natural
shouldn't be
20.
the one.
Natural
Whoa!
20. Okay. This is actually a song about the magical forge of old. The one name I can't remember. The Morden, thank you. The forge of Morden in the closed center that pounded away at the earth. Of course, this is through song and storytelling about where the dwarfs were made at the very heart of the planet, from stone, from steel that made their bones, and diamonds that made their heart strong and movable as only their will can be.
I translate for the group.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a classic dwarven song that says, "We're dwarves, we're loud, deal with it. If you don't like it, we'll step on you and drink ale on you," kind of deal.
Is there
No sense arguing with that.
Yeah.
I like it.
a check-in? Is there a check-in?
It's a bar.
It's a bar, and to your left you see another bar.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
is there
more-
like a host stand?
There's
then?
got to be a
Not
barkeep.
really. The most host stand you see is a walk-in bar to your left, and to your right is more of an upper area staircase, stone staircase that leads to more senior arrangement, but it looks like it's more quiet up there. When I say more quiet, it's more relative, and it looks like papers that have been placed on the wall for like a bulletin across the wall onto the top before it goes into other stone rooms into the other regions. As you now step in,
That echoes like crazy in here.
when you look above the fireplace, it's just gaudy amount of dwarven writing and dwarven architecture just going up and crawling across the entire ceiling as it goes over. As you see,
Only we had a dwarf.
yeah.
Splits the badass.
I hold up a wyvern type thing, piece that he hands.
Yeah, I hang my pieces of the wyvern.
Strange enough, one of the elves that are sitting at the main table just points over to the bar area, where there's like a scotch. There's a couple of taps. Well, when I say a couple of taps, there's like 12 taps over there.
Couple for them.
Yeah, a couple for them.
Yeah.
It's a small bar.
Tuesday.
We're in a hurry. I go up to the bar.
Elf, you said?
Yeah, it was actually an elf.
Without even looking up, he points. I call out. I just say a little thank you, but I say it in Elvish.
Yeah, he finishes a heavy chug of whatever dwarven ale is in it, and he goes, and slams it down and begins to sing with the rest of them. As it's not just dwarves in here. There's humans, there's dwarves, there's elves, there's a couple of hobgoblins in here as well, but they seem to be chanting just as heavily. And those that aren't chanting, you see a couple of those that are chanting kind of just go in closer to them and just screaming into their ears.
It's like, I don't know what these words are. But I'm gonna mouth it and yell because I think I know what I'm
we give
saying.
him I go to the bar, put down the pieces, put down the paper.
The individual behind the bar is actually a stout woman. That's not a dwarf, but it's just a sturdy, lot of meat on her bones woman with her black hair tied into a knot in the back, messy knot, and just looks at you and goes, "Oh, no problem, I'll take care of that anyway. Let's see. Oh, this one's been up for weeks. Okay, and she's screaming it over the people, not giving a crap if she's interrupting. Pedro, do you want anything to drink?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, fuck you then.
I do.
Bert,
I that type of lady.
Hey, little something.
She just takes some random
They didn't
tap,
follow us
puts
into
it down. That'll be
Okay.
3 copper. And it's like it's quite literally a beard.
Dwarven ale.
It is
That's gonna
twice
knock
as
my
thick
ass.
as your arm, thick as her arm.
I'm not going to drink very much of that. That would put hair on your feet.
Literally.
I don't plan to drink very much. I'm not trying to get drunk. if anything, I just wanted to be polite, honestly, and buy something.
She looks over to you.
So I'm buying something.
Okay. She takes a 2 cups and puts it in front of you.
Both two?
2.
I
You look thirsty, little blue elf. You need to get a little color in your skin.
3 coppers, you
He's
said?
got plenty of color.
6 copper, 4 copper for you.
4?
4 copper for you. 3 copper.
Okay. Well, we know where to get drunk cheap.
Well, yes.
So,
she looks over. Where's the proof?
I laid it out on the table. That's what I said.
Okay, we got. So the family members, 3 of them included, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Okay, looks like you got the father. You got the mother with the tail. And she kind of looks and inspects the tail, tip of the tail. Yep, female. And we got teeth. What about the child?
We had pieces of the
He's
kid.
wearing the child.
Oh, you have pieces of kid.
Oh shit!
so
Yeah,
that's gonna be-
I have the necklace of fangs. I didn't take it off, but I kind of show it to her.
Ah! And she kind of grabs you and almost chokes it.
I don't really fight her. I just,
Yeah.
like, oh,
She's got some heft behind her.
that's fine.
I mean, in order to work into a bar of just rowdy dwarves, you have to make sure you're
Rowdy adventurer doors.
You have to make sure you're able to lift them up and tell them, "Fuck
If
off!
she
I'm
says-
not getting lucky tonight."
Yeah.
And tell them, to,
What
If she
species you
turns
said?
around and says,
She was human.
"Are you gonna go catch a ride?" I'm running.
"Fuck off! Fuck off!"
That's what I was
That's what I'm
thinking.
envisioning.
Yeah, that's what I was envisioning too.
She's not that chunky. She's more of a muscle bound.
Yeah.
I
okay.
figure she's fucking
With,
beef.
Yeah, she's beef. Okay, she's not she's got meat around it, but she's got beef.
I asked her when the airship's leaving.
The airships are. She's getting the coinage ready and sending some other person off to get more change that she keeps underneath the bar. Well, depending on your taste, do you want the basic shit or do you want to be the fancy type?
We want to get out of here quick.
Yeah.
Basic.
Well, that's the fancy type. The fancy type like to be quick. They like to be timely. Now,
We don't care how fast it goes. We just want to know when they leave.
Okay. The fancy type will be in 2 days. The
Basic.
basic one is. Hey, what day is it? It's Tuesday. Okay. It'll be here in by midnight, if I remember correctly. They'll leave by morning.
I asked for directions.
She gives you basic direction behind the second wall, and actually beyond the tower, there's actually a almost like a stone subway kind of deal, but that is uprooted so that the ships can land.
So we leave in the morning.
Well, we get there tonight and wait.
Well, get there tonight, leave in the morning. That works.
Yep.
By the way, why are the guys coming in? Hey, pricks, how you doing? As she's just waving at the guards.
My eyes become dinner places. I like. They did
Don't
follow us.
worry, I'll make sure they have good company. Make sure they're nice and good, okay? As they just kind of nod their head and just kind of go out of the door. Well, I think you're our type of crowd.
Absolutely. We're just clowning.
I like it.
Would you happen to know
Dad
the
was
price
genuinely
difference?
starts laughing at that. Just
No!
I love it.
How much would it be for the bog standard? Do you know?
No! It's expensive and I've never used it before. I just know it's expensive.
Yeah.
Go over there, they'll tell you all about it. And honestly,
You get-
it changes a lot. You know, one company owns it, they make whatever price they want.
Okay, so
Did you get paid yet?
not yet. So
And she, at that point, she takes, so it was 500, 500, 200. So it's going to be, it's going to be,
1,200.
1,200.
I know, but I'm counting the amount of sacks she's putting down.
All right.
Yeah, it's 250 gold pieces each, so it's going to be two.
So this is what happens.
5.
She sets them down. I hand it to X. She sets it down. I hand it to X. She sets it down. I hand it to X.
And she sets it down 1,200 and puts down a paper before she gives you the last sack. Please sign here. And also of the adventuring group name. Should I just put Clown Boy?
Clown boys.
Clown Boys, right here. And she takes a quill. Thumb.
Sure.
She takes the quill, pricks it, takes her hand, and forces onto paper. Hey, pleasure doing business. How's the drinks out on that?
They're tasty. Do you have a small bite to eat?
Small?
Do you have a bite to eat?
And we have many bites to eat, my friend.
I will take your recommendation.
Okay, we got the scarf number 2 coming up.
To go.
To go.
I will try. 15 minutes later, she brings out quite literally,
Just sit at the docks.
she brings out a goat leg.
A goat leg?
A goat leg.
The entire leg?
The entire leg that has been
Fuck, yeah.
that has been slow roasted.
Oh, he came out himself.
Fresh meat.
I'll let you have a few bites.
However, goat leg itself doesn't have a lot of meat on it. However, how they cooked it in a way that it's so in the bone, and the high-strength muscle fibers have started to peel off over a long 3-day process of slow roasting.
I'm looking dry and tough.
1 gold!
I handed 1 gold. I would take it. I dig into it right in front of her, and is it tasty?
It's quite tasty. It's hearty, and it's chewy, and after a few minutes of chewing, your jaw starts hurting. But it is one of those things
It's stuff, but it's tasty.
Yes, it is.
No match for
Thank
me.
you, Mom.
No match for me.
I let you take a bite of it.
Go with the
Just start on through.
dwarves. Just the.
Nothing is good enough for the dwarf.
Make an insight check to try to find a dwarf in here that is sober.
Okay.
Probably one that just walked in.
Natural 20, there's none.
He probably has.
Unless they just walked in.
Inside. Okay. That's a
In which case, you have approximately 2
11.
minutes.
Yeah, everyone's drinking, partying, and scarfing down as much as they can. You notice that over the course of like a half an hour, the people are starting to leave and going off to do their work, and more of them are looking at posters, while others are just continuing partying, seeming to be drinking away their wages right now, and are just going at it. And you notice actually a bar fight breaks out at the end of it in the corner.
I'm walking.
But
Do not
the
get
funny thing
involved.
is they weren't in the corner, but the rest of the doors kind of just jostle around the rest of the people and just toss them in the corner that is devoid of all furniture, except for like broken pieces of furniture, which a couple of them bring it up and start whacking each other with.
Oh my god.
We need to
fall
be
fight
going.
corner.
That's the fighting corner. Okay.
And on that note, whatever drink Derick is drinking, I take out
I'm
his hand.
not drinking any drinks.
Oh.
I'm broke.
Thank God. You can't get drunk then. We're leaving.
Of course.
Heck.
And you leave with the sound
Hazel?
of bets and wagers being made on who's going to win and who's going to fall first, who's going to punch themselves.
We're leaving.
Did I
How much
notice
time?
any
Varian?
maps on the
I
wall?
was in the
Maybe
Oh, yes.
on the poster board, you notice that there was a map of the region
So you talked to them.
of the city.
Can I
as well.
identify the city that I was looking for?
No.
Oh no! It's the city.
Apologies for
Oh,
the.
okay.
for
It's
the-
not. It's not.
I was talking about the
It's
region.
not.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's specific.
Oh,
It
so
looks like
give me
there's
a
a
bite.
map of the area so
Yeah.
that John
Yes,
posted
right.
would be able to say maybe in this region, maybe in that
Tickles
region,
come
stuff
closest.
like that, make it a little easier. But they do not have a
nothing else, keep
grossing map.
Okay.
Up
All
on the
right.
board.
I was just curious.
Shops.
While they were inside and I was out with God, I tried to strike up a conversation with the rock by speaking Flemish.
The rock outside.
It has a face.
Huge rock.
Yeah. Okay. Make a persuasion check, and what would you like to say before you roll?
I'm just.
As the doors, and it's a double door, swings closed, as you just see this giant face of a dwarf,
I say,
of a screeching mountain.
just hello, how you doing? Have you seen anything interesting lately?
Roll persuasion.
15.
As townspeople are going by, the soldiers and God just kind of looking at you and waiting, like almost expecting something to happen. Looking back at you.
That's
looking
even
back
worse. Because now they're starting to believe him.
up. And a few moments go by, they're a little awkward, and suddenly the doors open. And it almost like a loud belching sound of multiple doors. As air is released, as multiple people leave out and come on the doors as well. Before
Thank
the
you,
doors-
you too.
Is that us walking out?
Yeah, God is just like,
How?
Did you, what? Who are you talking to?
Oh, you guys were inside while I was doing this.
I thought we walked out as you said
at
thank
this
you.
point, you are now walking out.
Yeah, as you said thank you. I'm like, who are you talking
How much gold did I collect
to?
from?
What did it say?
It said nothing
How
recently.
much
Have a
gold
good
was,
day.
was passed to me?
What did you
Well,
ask
it's,
him?
1,000.
How's he doing?
Sorry, 1,250.
We're
Sorry,
probably the most interesting
1,200.
thing he's seen in a while.
He didn't mention you.
I meant all of us. Okay.
To the docks. If nothing else, at the docks we can babysit Derick.
I do not need
Yes, you
babysitting.
do.
You need babysitting.
Hey, mistake. One mistake.
One
nearly
mistake
got
would
us
almost
thrown
get us
out.
thrown out of the city.
No, one mistake that is getting us thrown out of the city.
And
Yeah,
probably
that's
him
true.
locked up.
As
so
we're
his-
heading,
I
we're
hope I don't
making
make a
this.
mistake. You
No.
guys get mad.
One of the guards pop up.
Your mistakes don't crash
hurt-
into windows typically.
He hurt the horses.
Let's not
Do it
forget.
deliberately.
What have I broken, brother?
Let's not forget
No.
his nose.
We don't break things.
Okay.
As if I did
Flange
deliberately.
Davros,
You said I'm responsible for
going
that.
up, Davros, going up the city. You finish that conversation and realize that you just said his name
Oh,
Good job.
when you were leaving the dwarf.
I mean, I wasn't screaming it. It would have been just like trying to keep it just
You
to
went from
us,
a
but-
loud area to a non-loud area.
There's got to be more than one Derick in this.
They
whole world.
rolled a 4. No, it's just one of those things because
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
yeah. But you just catch yourself as you see now like 10 guards out.
Let's just get through the dogs.
Derick the Green.
As you guys continue, only about
Let's get through the
5 of
dogs.
them follow, but they seem to be just keeping a general distance, making sure that
We
there's
don't
a-
crash into anything else. Got it.
I'm still looking
wanna
for
be a
little
clown?
magic shops.
Make a perception check.
You can't change my makeup when the guards are following anyway.
10.
But
I think
that
you
is
should
good
be in
plan.
line.
As you guys continue and hit the second checkpoint, go through another checkpoint. Just a quick thing.
You sure?
If you wish.
Alright. He's gonna let me make him look like a clown too. Oh, good.
That's
12.
Okay. So you make him.
So more or less a white hand on his face now, but one has to start him on.
He's the orc mark of the.
With black lines to make it look like his mouth is stitched. Oh, let me see how scary I can make him. Oh, you're not scary either. It looks more comedic.
you're funny.
I can't do
It's like a cute
impressions.
scarecrow.
Yeah, you look like a happy scarecrow.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, you've seen like the happy little ones that they sell at like Michael's and shit, like
You've
in
seen
November.
Boogie Boogie smile, so there you go. He doesn't look scary to me.
Well, you got enough tension
funny.
as it is.
It's like you try to make him look
There
scary.
you go.
Is there a ticket
Thanks.
seller
I think.
at the docks?
Well, you're getting past the second check to get into the inner city, basically where the rich picks are.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I
And
hope they let us in.
they do let you in. It is a less secure region than the front gates that you have. There's only 15 guards.
Yeah, because if you made it past the front, you've already passed kind of.
Exactly. You passed the major screening.
But
But
we also have
but they
9
do make
guards
sure
following
that
us.
No, 5.
non-noble individuals are generally not let pass unless they have the proven amount of gold in order to pay for the trip. To say that, okay. And if you usually have enough gold for that,
Oh,
you
we
can
have
enter
1,200.
this.
And there's 8 of us.
And they definitely make sure that you show the gold at hand
Yeah.
based on how you guys are dressed and what you have.
He's carrying it on his back.
Oh, I was thinking he was doing something else. All right.
Mind you, you do have 1,200 gold pieces now.
Yeah.
How are
Well,
you carrying
and they're
it?
in the cart, aren't they?
In a
Well, it's on
bag
Eck.
on his back. Full
I
of
gave it
bags.
all to Eck because he holds all the stuff.
He's a pack mule,
Yeah.
except not a mule.
So you now
Pack
have a
troll.
heavy stack of gold on your back.
It's really heavy.
You get past screening number 2, which is a light screening. There's maybe a handful of guards there.
Oh, you can't go through if it's a light screen.
Ow!
Okay.
Leave comedy to us.
Thank you. You know, every now and again I'm just gonna get a random nosebleed. I won't know why. During the week, it's
I
just
just lost the
I
whip
feel like that's a
village.
joke
It's
in your
fine.
level.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
how hard is it to get where we need to go from here?
yeah, no, you get to it. However, Sparks, you gathered that unfortunately you did not pass on the major magical shop. The major magical shop was probably in that region.
Yeah, we'll come back eventually.
Maybe.
It was the arcane something.
at the very least, I can go back out. And
The
do my
name
game.
was the Arcane something. That's just all you got before you're like, nope.
I know where it is. If anything else, we live at midnight. I can go back out. And
It's
come
very
back.
noticeable now.
There's no leaving. We're gonna go up there. We're gonna wait. And
I'm
then
not
we're gonna
wanting
get
So going through this noble region here, the area becomes more sparse, spread out. There's more land in between the houses, but not as much as you've seen before, like for you or even Derick or Davros. The housing is still like half, and we're looking from one estate to another. It looks like that there used to be more land, but then suddenly there was a building placed into it.
So we went from condos to planned housing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you can understand why the nobility loathed the current mayor, because he quite literally forced everyone to say we're all living in these conditions, no matter our placement.
I'm digging the mayor.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're still gaudy as hell for a lot of them. Like over stylized, bright colors, dull colors, plants that are just like hybrids of a hybrid.
So we left LA, now we're in Beverly Hills.
It's a bit,
Yes, exactly.
It's a bit much for me.
Yeah, but if Beverly Hills was forced to have their estates nearly back to
Well,
back.
there's parts like that.
Yeah. But
So we went from Beverly Hills to Silicon Valley.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh fuck.
yeah.
Okay.
It was LA,
And
Beverly
eventually
Hills,
you
Silicon
find
Valley.
yourself looking at a almost, dare I say, church-like monument that has high spires that going up with various stained glass windows that have flying vessels and flying angelic winged creatures flying around along with people walking the stars. It's gaudy as hell.
Is this the port?
Yes, this is the port. And you notice on the inside there's no ceiling, where there would normally be a ceiling. And you notice 3 back-to-back, empty, currently empty, just recessed positions, just square, rectangular, slightly curved at the tips, areas where these skyships would land, along with various equipment of anchoring points, waiting lines, and a checking booth. Not a lot of people here right now, except for one little area that is on the inside and in between the 3 area, and it looks like they're working on a 4th area for another skyship port that is still in the process of being made.
So we'll take a
There
booth.
looks like a booth.
Yeah, take a booth.
Yeah. You go over it, leaving your cart into the center alley.
I make sure Ed comes.
You find
Are these
yourself.
now or later?
I think we buy the tickets now.
You find yourself looking at behind a double layered window. It looks like it's been reinforced with some sort of material on the inside, but it's still transparent enough to see. Even though it's not a flat piece of glass, it's the glass where you take a point and you spin it out.
Rundown.
So that has the
Rundown.
So it's not this single plane of glass. But you see through the small slits, you see a small little elderly woman with a big hunched back with glasses, reading glasses, and a very nice business attire of a light shirt and proper dress underneath. She looks up. Hello, my name. Well, actually, you don't need my name. No one has my name.
Greetings.
Greetings. Why is there a clown at this place?
We're performers. We have an engagement at the Dwarven City in the volcano.
Oh, that one. Gildun, I believe.
Yeah.
Gildun. The pronunciation is a little weird.
Not a lot of Dwarven cities and volcanoes, though, right?
Sonny, if we actually get to this dwarven city, I'm trying to say this under my, and we do our gig there, how do we get to the next stop? Are we going to have to walk it?
No, well money. Well money, our stuff. So, how should we go?
We don't know how much it costs for this.
How much would it cost for passage for our troop and our animals in our wagon?
She looks through the slit and looks at the back. Oh, very well. It's for basic individuals like yourselves. I will go with 10 gold pieces per day per person. It will be 15 per day for that carriage to be stored with the horses. There is food provided for the journey. For Gildon, it will take roughly it will be 110 miles of journey per day. And she starts calculating and brings out one of those heated calculators.
It's about a week, right?
Abacus.
It's about a week.
It's gonna be about 5-6 days.
The treble.
800 miles.
No, 600.
No,
800.
I don't know.
no, it's not 800 to.
600 direct line, 800 walking.
Yeah, well, they probably fly a straight line.
Yeah, they
So
they fly roughly in a straight line.
Yeah.
And it's going to be roughly 550 miles, roughly. And
So
110
5 days.
miles is going to be
5
4 days.
That's 5 days.
Yeah, roughly 5.5 days.
Okay. So total?
Well, if it's leaving early in the morning, then we'll only have to pay for 5.
It'll get there by noon. and then-
Oh, you have.
We probably need it to stay so that we can get a ride from there and continue.
There's going to be an
This
airship
ship
dock there.
will get here when it gets here. You will know this by the bell. 3 runs, it will ring, and then twice it will ring again. That's when it arrives. Listen carefully and make sure you are timely. It leaves by evening at the sunset.
Today?
No, when it gets here.
Huh.
Whenever it gets there.
Do we have a ship name?
Then leaves the next sunset.
We can load on when it gets here?
What?
We can load on when it gets here?
Yes.
Okay. We pay in advance?
Yes, you did. You can pay in advance and get the ticket.
Okay. Can we-
No, it would be 10 gold pieces per person per day, so that is
50 per
80.
50 per person.
plus Ga. Are you leaving Ga?
No, 50 per person.
Oh, I was just
Because it's 5 days.
I was just
Yeah,
400.
50 per. Oh, you're doing the whole.
Yeah,
so
actually,
it's
technically,
400.
it would be 55 because it's 5.5 days.
Oh, right. I didn't know that they were
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be that specific. I'm gonna pay
So
myself,
450.
and if people I have enough money, I can help with the cart.
Well, we
Or
have
we
party
just buy a new
treasure.
cart there. It's
Please,
gonna be
party
cheaper.
I do apologize for 2 horses. It will be 20 gold pieces
That's fair.
for the entire carriage per day, of course.
So
The carriage free.
it's 100. What's the total? Math. Hard.
Math.
10 person per body.
50 times
10 per body.
400.
and then
20 times 5.5.
We could sell the cart and just buy another cart at the Dwarven City.
No, we have too much stuff in it.
Yeah, just leave our stuff in it.
And it's a good sturdy cart. It would sell for a good price.
the grand total for everything for
That's stuff we can
5.5
keep with
days
us.
is 510 gold
And
pieces.
if we need to,
And
we
we
can sell
just
the
take.
cart.
It's pricey.
I'm just
No,
thinking
we
how
have,
that.
we have 12.
The Dwarvens
party
would
treasure.
probably
Monetary
have
value, we
farm.
can sell that there.
And
Right.
I'm sitting on
However,
almost 500 by myself.
Yeah.
if you
That I just
ever
wanted.
need a faster mode of transportation, there is more of the fine ships that are newer, are much faster. They go for a little bit more at a penny though, if you so need the expedited retrieval/delivery.
So when are they leaving?
That one will be here by morning.
Do you
much
know
more?
when the other one's gonna be here?
By midnight, I believe, if they're on time.
So they both come in before morning and leave tomorrow at midnight.
What does the other one cost?
How much more?
No, the
That
other one
will
leaves
be
tomorrow
40
at dusk.
gold pieces per
The other one leaves
person per
tomorrow at
day.
dusk.
Four times.
We'll take the one that comes at midnight,
It's 4 times
Very
the price.
well.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave sooner.
We don't have a time.
Again,
Curious,
it
how
will
much
get
faster
here
is the other
when
one?
it gets
Just out of
here.
curiosity.
It can do roughly 160 miles a day.
You know,
And
we
the-
had a really bad experience last time we were on our ship.
No, different
How do we run an
campaign.
airship?
Different campaign.
Okay,
And
so
very different situation.
Ack, would you pay the lady?
How much am I paying her?
550.
So I give her 550 gold.
Oh, dear.
Ching.
As you drop it, and she goes, 1.
It's okay, we have till midnight.
What if all these people can't
This is the part where I stand here.
And it shakes on another one. 4.
You have a scale. You have a scale where you can put it all on a scale.
Takes the 5, puts in a scale.
Oh god.
1. Looks at the scale as it goes. Okay.
This is the part where I stand here and everyone else goes and has
We
dinner.
can set up right here.
3,
She's gonna be counting till after the ship arrives.
Yeah.
5. Takes the scale.
5 at a time.
I'm going to preemptively go in and stack them into stacks of 5.
It's 11. She only has to do this 11 times. Just leave her alone. Stop.
My job.
I apologize. He does a lot of our calculating for us.
Roll deception.
Plus 8. So that's 24.
Still my job.
Yeah, let her do her thing.
Don't distract her.
That's why she lives
She only has
here.
to do this 11 times. We're good.
Well, it means that she can live here. She gets paid to do that.
She's obviously never mind, none of that.
Slippery slope there. Slippery slope.
Now where?
I just caught myself. I was about
So
ready to
where
get some hate mail.
are we?
I already have hate mail.
Struck with lightning.
Is there someplace we can sit down while we're waiting for the airship? Or
Yeah, in the cart.
Oh, wow. When Sparks tells you like that.
Because you will not leave the cart. Really? Sick of your shenanigans.
You are sitting in the cart.
You're on timeout until we're on the airship.
Oh, good thing you've never
Really?
Maybe even on that.
Oh, I like this.
Wait, what?
One mistake.
When we're on the airship, how is the sleeping situation? Do we have one? Do we have to all share one
sit in a chair
room?
and
or-
go into trance.
What?
We sit in a chair and go into trance.
You're asking Barry.
Why are you asking Barian?
No, I'm asking the group. I don't know why Dorian has.
I think that's
I mean,
me.
We're looking at him.
I thought
Raise your hand if you've ever been on an airship before.
what?
Nobody's been on an airship before,
Right.
so we
So
don't
why
know.
are you asking us that?
What are the
We're
sleeping
going to find out.
Ma'am, what are the sleeping quarters like?
Distractor.
The sleeping quarters are provided for, by side. We might have a little trouble based off for that one.
He doesn't sleep. Or eat.
Standing room only
That
will work.
is creepy.
I just need a closet. And
I just
wrong.
You know, people say clowns are creepy, but you know,
I'd rather find
I
them
don't sleep,
amusing.
eat,
Really?
drink, or breathe.
Yes.
I tell her a joke.
love it as a child. It made
Well,
me
that's the
laugh.
joke.
Made me
I got
laugh.
one.
She's lost count, hasn't she?
Oh,
Whisper the joke to
I was going
him.
to say, why did the Warforged cross the road?
Trick question. I didn't.
There you go.
Hey.
she finishes up the tally.
Because I was not alive.
Takes out a small little there's a bunch of pinpoint buttons, round knobs. Puts it on the table, and you hear click, 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 click.
The ticket turn.
You hear ripping tail, and hands it out.
Is that for all of us?
No.
No. No, this is great.
I'm sitting.
I'm glad we got here early.
It's
It's a good thing we got here early, yes.
And I would like to point out, this is my work
Rip,
professionally.
and one by one.
I'm glad we didn't get here at the last minute.
On the last two,
We got here 3 hours before flight. We're good.
Wrong.
Come on, 8 more to go. Come on.
Half of us will make it.
It's the fucking
You've done the fucking part. Let's get us to us.
gentlemen. She gets about halfway through it, and then suddenly you hear a clang. Oh, hold on. Turns the whole thing over.
Oh, she
Takes
ran
off.
out of printer tape.
No, broke.
Just
Puts in a box shape underneath it and closes up.
God.
Here, clean.
It's the fucking sloths from Zootopia all over. I swear to God.
a little better because it's faster, but
It's a little faster than that, yeah. But
We're not losing 8 hours. We're only losing 3 hours.
You do realize that I live only 50 years, right?
You don't need to be rude.
She's doing her job.
Take the ticket.
Let her leave her.
Take the ticket. Don't put it in your mouth.
This used to be a friendly group.
Yeah, no kidding. Man, I'm with you. I have great respect for ticket people.
I do too. I think she's lovely and wonderful.
You can tell who's more customer service.
She eventually, one by one, gives
Oh,
you the
man,
proper
yeah.
tickets.
Can I get off the cart and get my ticket? Oh, thank you.
We take his ticket. And is there a ticket for the baggage?
Sorry?
The horses in the cart?
She actually hands you a special one that has a few more holes. And looking at the ticket, it is a readout ticket that has various holes punched in different symbols that show that it's been authorized for what you're doing and how long and how much you've paid. And for yours, the clown, she put in for the carriage and everything, for the carriage and the horses,
Okay.
and that has been paid. You only need one person under one name in order to have that.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you for using us, even though we are the only company that has this ability. But we thank you again. Please do not jump off the ship.
We may push somebody off.
What's your name?
Oh, that's just not
My
right.
name
he might jump
is
inside.
Grandmother Marla.
Nice to meet you,
Grandmother
Grandmother
Marla.
I prefer that one myself,
Well,
even though I have no
Is your
children.
name the Friendly Skies? What is the name of your
No, it's
company?
Grandmother Marla.
No, the name of the company.
I have already walked away.
The name of the company. What is the name of the company called?
Grey Wing, probably.
Grey Wing.
I seem to want to 5 minutes.
The name of the company is known as Red Sails.
Red Sails.
It's
The Crimson Guard.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Well,
They
that
like one
was
coat.
just a coincidence. They were not created here. They just expanded to this city and made a lot of money with the military.
Understand.
That does make sense.
Makes sense.
Transporting personnel to essential battlefronts with military forces is needed, especially when the enemy is able to use dark magic. And she shakes her hands up in the air and to blaspheme our holy land anywhere they wish, anytime. Bag of cheater assholes.
Nothing worse than dark magic.
Dark twisted magic.
Twisted dark magic.
No.
I'm with you. I cannot stand dark magic.
Neither can I.
You're going.
You're not gonna make him roll deception.
You're
I
going.
don't do dark magic,
And
He's not deceiving.
and I hate it.
He does.
I mean,
So it's not
technically, your
deception.
magic is literally dark.
Yes, but he doesn't like it.
I didn't see any line there. No.
I just find it hilarious.
Well,
So
man,
should us give
She
We
takes
can-
her glasses off and cleans it with a bit
we
of
can just set up over here and wait.
with the strength of 10.
Oh, okay.
Take care. Again.
What time
No
is it?
Little
jumping.
bit
Just
of
for
throwing.
I will not be jumping off.
No, I will not be jumping.
I mean, I have going above the water is one thing, but then going in
No
the
one
sky,
will be
I
jumping.
expect that I will not even look at the edge of
Someone
this
will be
thing.
kicked.
I'm not known for.
All right, so we make rest spot.
Oh, as you're walking away. By the way, it gets chilly up there. I recommend thicker clothing and blankets for the horses.
Well, I have my cloak.
Thank you,
I'll go.
Grandmother
Do you
Marla.
sell
Thank
this here?
We do actually.
Alright, cool.
They will be available for purchase, though expensive. Purchase on the way to the ship.
It's like right there, isn't it?
But no, it's not open until the ship is here.
Oh, okay.
What time is it, by the way?
And now it is
3 hours later.
It's night!
I think the sun is down by this point. During
Oh, look, the
I
ship's
had
here.
to. I had to.
fucking shit.
Good thing there's not a long line of customers.
Why
Because
do,
not many people can afford it.
why, do
Not 12 hours ahead of schedule.
you, why do you think it's not sold out right now?
Right.
Yes.
It's also expensive.
Well, it's expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive.
50 gold for one trip is really expensive.
Yeah,
Yes.
it cuts
That-
off a month.
We fancy.
Yeah, but it's just really expensive.
You know,
For a lot of people, not for us.
it's a one giant in joke about airfare. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Commentary. Okay, so
Anyway,
do it.
but okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, I'm off topic. So yeah, you're able to make camp here if you wish. There is a designated waiting area, and you notice that a couple other people are doing the same thing with their various movable equipment. But not a lot of people have come yet, as they're still waiting for the ship. And it appears to be people are moving around in the city, doing city stuff until they hear the 3/2 dongs of the bell.
I'm always down with the 2 dogs. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yes, that up. Sorry, couldn't help it.
While we're
Rings.
killing time, I do some prayers, probably. I take my sword out discreetly, like in the back of the thing. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna risk it. I'm gonna keep my sword sheathed, but I am gonna do some prayers.
Okay.
In the back of the
Go.
We're inside the internal wall, so good idea to keep
Yeah, I'm just
Hazel's like trying to meditate, but like can't stop like tapping her leg and like.
Davros.
I play music with God and
I stand
my
watch.
brother.
Yes.
Aaron.
Oh, okay. Are there any cards with
That's
this?
a fun we'll play with.
Currently, no.
Really? Oh,
They
really?
have dispersed and seem to have been
Happy that we're leaving.
happy that they
We've
have
lost
established their presence and seem to go off to more pressing matters at the time.
Davros,
Yes.
what god do you pray to?
Typically Seychelles, the god of the ocean, the god of the seals specifically. He is known as the Great Dolphin. You'll see, even those that aren't sealed, sometimes people will be going on their voyage across the ocean and they'll toss little pieces of copper or silver or even gold into the ocean just for good favor to ward against storms, need be. It's comforting.
What God do you pray to?
I have never been really much of a holy man,
What is okay?
You're a great healer.
but what I do is not divine.
It is to us.
Sometimes that is all that matters.
Yes. We have faith in your healing.
Who do you pray to?
Flan. Pretty much.
Good answer.
Most would say that would be blasphemous to pray to a rock. But
That's.
is that a god? Is Flan a god?
It could be a conduit to God.
He's flat.
He's the most innocent thing I know.
You know he broke those windows and hurt that guy.
Yeah. He didn't do it on purpose. He did it to protect you.
Sparks, do you pray to a god?
I have studied the ideology of a religion. However, I have not looked into it for my own. I have not needed to.
And just in case you die, which temple do we take you to?
The goddess of light.
Which one? Sangren Ray?
Is that right? Be the goddess of light?
There's
Is
several.
that what you pray to? That is the goddess of sun. The sun.
Goddess of light.
There are a lot of gods of light.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's. And what kind of light? Twilight? Sunlight?
Sunlight.
Dark light?
That could be some, right?
Okay. Let's say something.
We'll go over the list of
Is it
gods
yours?
just to
Okay.
double check with you.
I haven't.
But
Yeah.
I quite literally have a 50-page document of just gods.
Okay.
Take
I'll take a look at it
And
sometime.
higher
Demigods.
Yeah.
How about Hazel?
Oh, yeah.
Names and stuff.
Oh, I pray to Desna.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Who is
Goddess of Twilight?
Who is Desna?
I'm just teasing.
Hold on, let me pull my notebook.
Desmond's the.
Dreams and travelers and.
Yeah, that's the. Oh.
And those that are, just to make you aware 100%, I use both Forgotten Realms and Pathfinder gods. Because I love them both, honestly.
Because you can never have enough gods.
Yeah, why not?
Creates variety.
Especially in my world, I even have mine mixed in it. Especially with my world,
Like Ynor.
yeah, you know. And Mulios.
Or I think I'm even looking through. Seychelles isn't in the handbook at all. It's just
Nope.
No,
it's
we're not.
mentioned in Mordenkainen specifically.
Yeah,
It talks about it a
believe
lot.
that is Pathfinder specifically.
Probably
I'm pretty sure for that reason.
because in Mordenkainen's when they have
It
the
just
stats for
adds more
CLs,
diversity when you add both Pathfinder and Forgotten Realms. I did have, those
Good
that cross over. I have to choose like which region is which.
So playing music, I rolled a 22.
24.
24. Gau's gonna chip in. Okay. Gau's getting a little tired. He seems a little stressed.
There's a lovely
wonder.
piece of friends.
Yeah.
The music. It's a
As you
lovely
guys
piece.
all look over to him, he just takes out a string of a necklace of various gods that he apparently prays to.
Cover all your bases, huh? Oh, like from the mummy?
Wow.
Covers them all.
Yeah, he covers. There's like 6 different gods on there.
Yeah,
he
you don't have to pray to just one.
everything.
Is Flan on there?
Flan is not on there, unfortunately.
No, doesn't look like it. He's not on the list.
But he does
It's
tap
not the entire list.
the yin yang symbol,
Not a balance. Right?
karma.
Balance.
Yeah. That god can be awesome or a bitch.
It's not really a god. Karma.
I was making a
More
joke.
ideology.
Sorry.
Okay, so we
More
wait.
of a
Does the
philosophy.
ship show?
Sorry.
Does the ship show up at any?
We're not going anywhere.
We had
Well,
long
is there
conversation.
anything you guys wish to do now
wish-
that you're not being watched by
We wish
guards?
to keep Derick in the cart.
Well, Derick.
It's
You try to step out of the car, I am literally going to hit you.
he puts his foot to the edge of it.
Gal actually gets up as the sun starts to go into the twilight area, but it almost looks like maybe an hour or 2 left of sunlight, which is not that far away. You guys maybe are here in 2 hours, and it gets to that as it was getting light in the day, going through the checkpoints, seeing what the situation, and
Things took forever.
Cleaning up.
cleaned it up, waiting for the tickets.
We could send somebody in town to get blankets.
Gal gets up,
No,
At a cheaper
bring
cost.
out the broken instruments.
Adam, Mindy. I wanted to
Did you
find
find
out. You said it was like 25 gold pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He tries it on a few things and actually fixes up his harp, but there's some things that he just can't fix.
You have to have the missing pieces.
He takes up the thing of 500 gold pieces. No, how much gold did you give him again? It was like
I didn't give him
someone gave him gold.
I
Which
did.
gold?
Yeah,
I did. I gave him almost all my gold.
yeah.
Because I only had like 22 in my pocket till I got the 12.
Yeah. You gave him 500
As the
gold.
group gold.
Yeah,
I gave him
You
almost
gave-
all my gold.
Yeah. And he said, and he points at a couple of broken instruments.
Want to go find some?
I
Do
can
we
take
have
my
time?
thing back.
We have time. It's dark. Are there going to be shops open?
He's got 2 hours left.
But it's dark. Is it almost midnight?
Well, the ship
2 hours
lands in the morning, but it doesn't
2 hours
leave
of sunlight
until the
left.
evening. So you've
No,
got.
Oh,
I thought it arrived at midnight and left at dusk.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's the one we're taking, not the other one.
Dawn. That needs to
So-
dawn.
No dusk till the end of the night.
And
Then you
Next day.
spend the day on the ship.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Plenty
you've
of
got 18 hours then.
Plenty of time.
Yeah,
Plenty of
plenty
time.
Plenty of time to get in trouble.
It only took 2 hours to get into it.
That was a mistake.
Literally for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
I've literally just been
Straight
running
into
up
my
and
acrobats.
down every single square inch of my body.
Yeah,
Then
it takes a little bit.
I want to go out with
Practice
I'll
back
help
flip
you.
on
find
a cart.
let's,
Get like the
let's,
back and the
polish
heart
it.
shaped
let's go find
like-
some
like Magic
instruments
Eraser.
for you.
Actually, it is a magic eraser.
Pick up some
So
blankets.
Gar
while
and
you're
Ed go off to find some
Yeah.
instruments to
And
replace his broken equipment.
and blankets because they'll be cheap out there.
Blankets for the horses.
And coats.
God just puts a thumbs up.
And coats.
Ah. I know.
I'm gonna spot
Goggles of dark vision.
4 blankets and coats and stuff like that. I'm just gonna pop over.
God
to
just
4.
raises his hand.
Just. Oh wait, you have all the fucking money.
Yes,
Yeah.
he has all the money.
I try to be helpful
What? You don't want to
God
stop
stops.
needing more money?
as you're carrying all of it.
God stops, pats X back. and just says,
Maybe he shouldn't carry all the gold.
Yes?
Go with them.
takes 3 sacks off your back, gives them to you. Okay, you have some room, good for paper and stuff like that. You can't put entire sacks of gold in there.
Fine, behind the shield.
So
In
what?
hand.
That's fine.
About 300. How much do you take?
He takes
Yeah,
we'll say
650 left. So
Okay, so he takes 300, so that not one person is full.
Stop talking to me.
A portion.
Stop talking to me.
The only thing I had in my
You already
glove
made my
compartment,
enemy in the group.
I just have his book right there. That's the only thing that can really fit in there. His book.
Yeah, minor papers is all you can do.
This book is only about like.
Yeah.
So we go.
So he goes to a basic instrument shop. He buys, he replaces equipment and buys a guitar. He buys a more complex harp, an accordion. No, his accordion was fixed. His accordion and hurdy-durdy were fine. He replaces his.
I would like to look for another healer's kit while we're in this bigger town.
Oh, easy enough. Easy enough.
While we're in this bigger town. we should
Pack
pick
up
some-
on him.
He's gonna get a Dulcimer. A Dulcimer.
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 Those things are cool.
Yeah.
It's a hammer dulcimer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't really use the hammer. He uses his claws.
Oh yeah. Well, you can pluck it too.
Yeah, actually.
You can pluck it. You can strike it. Hurdy-gurdy. Oh, and he also gets a lyre.
You know what he needs? What's that one metal
Lyre,
drum
lyre,
that
that's a-
people always play
Lyre.
associated with like Jamaica?
Kettle drum.
Yeah.
Like they're steel drums.
So that he can actually do his proper show now. And you know what? He's also gonna get. What was that one instrument? The one string.
It's kind of
instrument.
concave, so you can put it on the shelf.
I'm gonna sew
Violin?
with his help.
He's gonna get a violin too. It wasn't the instrument I was thinking of. It was
Well, that was one of the broken
Well,
ones.
Yes.
describe it.
it's a variation of the violin. It's not cello.
Viola?
Viola.
Not a viola.
Bass?
Fiddle?
Banjo.
Banjo? Yeah, banjo. Fiddle.
He's
Ukulele.
gonna get a banjo. Know what? You brought it up. He's gonna get a banjo.
Ukulele.
Fiddle.
Ukulele, fiddle, violin, viola,
He can't do
cello.
it.
A fiddle and a violin are the
Bass.
same thing. It's just how you play it.
Cello might be a little too.
He needs a
bulky to
bass.
carry
That's what he
around.
needs.
Yeah.
He's a full fucking upright bass.
That's what he needs.
God.
Now,
That's the height of Sparks. Jesus.
That's my Smith right there. We'll just do the rolling band. And just see me standing rock
And he's
straight in the
got actually really good
background
drums as
plucking.
well. It looks like, and he's getting like good stuff. He's like he never had this much gold
Aww.
outside of his current.
You know what you should go looking for? Potion
It's a
Revivify.
good idea for one person to carry so
we
much
can't afford
gold.
that
It's-
probably.
After he's bought all these instruments, he's like,
And he just looks back towards the direction of the
That
magical
was some
shop
money.
That's fair.
We have time. And we're not
and
getting in
starts
trouble.
heading back towards the magical shop with the.
We need healing potions. Is what we need.
Also,
Get to him, going.
I just kind of hold up my
Kid
item
Tom's
of
ointment.
mending.
Kid Tom's ointment. Yes, that's what I need.
While they're doing all that, I rolled for
For our son.
I rolled for our sewing. Natural 20.
We'll figure this out.
It's
Okay.
incredible what happens when
Okay,
you're selling
it takes you
and
the
not
better
moving.
part of the night, but you get a very nice tent. Fine stitching. You don't know how you did it.
We realize one of us holds it, the other one sews instead, both of us doing our own thing. It actually works out better.
Yeah.
And we're not moving.
Able to get 12 stitches in an inch.
And you're not moving, which also helps. Wow. Bug bites are really tearing me up. Anyway,
Well, without turning this into a shopping episode.
oh
we are
yeah.
able to-
So he takes. Do you need anything?
I would like healer's kit or Kid Tom's ointment would be a great one.
That is easy to get. The Kyoto ointment. You have to go back to the magical shop that I was describing.
Okay, I don't know what it costs.
That's
But
not that far.
Yeah. Okay. The cost for the healer's kit, that was, I believe,
that's in that's in the game. That's in
Yeah.
the player's handbook here.
just add 25%.
Copy. Kingdom's ointment. I don't know what it costs because that's
The ointment, yeah, that's a uncommon if I remember correctly.
Yes.
yes.
However,
so-
it's a type of
It's 10
uncommon.
gold pieces for healer's kit.
Okay, so
Then do 15 gold pieces.
like to get
Wait, I thought you said 25, not 50.
Okay. 12 gold.
Goals per.
Sorry.
That's interesting though.
I was just trying to do simple math.
You know,
Can I borrow some money to get 2 more? To get 2?
Yeah, he gives.
Because I only have 22 gold because I gave you all my gold.
The other kids could come out
And
of the
don't you
party.
have
funds.
300 gold on your
Oh,
back?
he always get come out of the party's funds?
we all use them.
Okay.
And
I just
he-
want more than 1, so.
So you guys all go back to.
It's a long trek.
Not really, actually.
Well, like 3 blocks, so like 5
Yeah.
blocks.
After they
It's
left,
like
by the
6
way,
blocks.
I was talking to you
So far,
guys.
well,
But in the way you went, in order to get to the dwarf town and then over to the other.
it's out of the way, and then
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah,
after they
it's-
left, I'm just like, so what kind
How
of
much for
elf
keep
is
is
the,
my bid?
the elf half? Like the two of them?
Dad up.
That's correct. Yeah,
What was that? He's a Eldar.
I need D&G for this one. The cucumbers.
I think he's Eldar.
Eladrin?
Eladrin, that's it.
I'm
He
just
doesn't talk about it much.
No, Healer's Kid is 5 gold
Everybody in
pieces.
the area.
Oh, on this one. Oh, because I got 2 of mine here. So
He
yeah.
seems like
5,
humans
sorry.
better.
Healer's Kid's 5 gold.
Buy as many as you can get.
Eladrin are some of the oldest known types.
Maybe he was a
of-
So, it'd be really interesting because I need some.
Multiple team people are talking right now.
He didn't talk much about. Our father didn't talk much about his life with the elves.
That's fair.
He fell in love with a human woman.
That was also fair.
She is. Wow, more fair towards him.
She's nice.
Is.
That's
Is.
You know, supposedly from what we were taught, is long time ago, ancient history, the dawn of everything. When the elves started to split off, go to other places, the sea elves were supposedly the ones who stayed put. Supposedly all life came from the water, and we just stuck by deep Seychelles and just said, no, we're okay here.
We definitely couldn't stay put. We had to move on.
I don't think I could either. Even if I was still in the ocean is large. I love my home, I love my city, but I need to move.
So did we.
Yeah. I can
I hate being penned up in places too.
Oh, I would have
You're
stayed
shopping.
home my whole life, but unfortunately, that wasn't in the cards.
He's shopping.
I'm not there. Sorry.
For me.
He's shopping.
I'm not here.
I guess it
fly.
makes sense, this sort of life, this sort of there's a band of misfits all traveling together. It makes sense we would be the kind of people that can stay put.
Yep, as long as we don't go home, we're good.
Yeah.
I assume something is keeping you from home.
Yeah, we, well,
It's my fault.
Flan was a little overzealous one day
Ah.
in protecting.
Someone was being mean to brother, and so Flan hit him in the head.
Did it kill?
Not that we know of.
You left before like
No,
That's a little more complicated.
no, we left as punishment. Well, I did, and brother came with me to keep me safe.
Our father was going to leave, and I could not have mother left alone, so I decided to go with Flan and Barry.
Good call.
But apparently something must have gone awry, because now there's wanted posters.
He might have died.
I'm thinking probably.
I'm thinking that the man might have died.
No, you think not?
Derek, you said you were keeping an eye out.
Yes, just observing the people in the general area
Well,
around
this
the
conversation
bay.
is happening while you guys are going to the shopping. We'll do that on a later basis.
Okay, yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
yeah.
still like nighttime though?
Yes, this is starting to go into the cusp of nighttime. As the sun is going over the mountains and past and starting to go over until as the stars are coming out, the dual moons no longer brighten the sky, but still reflecting a little bit of light. Fragmentation. You hear birds chirping.
It's a good sign.
Please make sure
And
he
you hear
doesn't do
chirping
anything
and one of the
stupid. I'm
lamps
gonna get some sleep.
on the car.
Try.
A small little finch. As the light diminishes from the sky, the finch turns into a skeletal finch.
That's
Oh.
creepy.
Still moving.
There's not something you see every day.
And then makes unnerving eye contact to you and Marion. And to Sunny before flying off.
No, that's probably not good.
Just look at this.
Great.
What the fuck was that?
You guys know what that was?
I like looking my robe.
On that note, oh, you look under your robe,
Yeah, just kind of.
still tender.
Is it there?
Well, I mean, it's there, but your skin's not there.
No, that's not good.
On that note, we will end tonight's session.
Wasn't an unsettling ending.
As the ship,
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's cliffhanger.
Everything's okay. We're having a nice conversation about it.
He's slowly turning into a skeleton.
Skeleton
Oh,
bird.
and then just what the fuck was that?
it's not like
Maybe
it's
I
not a
won't
crow
get
or
to any
anything.
sleep
It's just a
tonight.
finch that was there, a nice,
Finch is
ground
like
feather.
that big too.
Yeah, that landed in front of Derick. And started just going on around the corner of the cart, and then as the light disappeared and as it went into the shadow, it turned into a skeletal finch before making eye contact and flying away.
Whoa. Wow.
From the
I wasn't there to see this.
turned into a skeleton from moonlight, or just
It just,
Another
as soon as the
shower.
lights stopped hitting it, it's like almost like the skin just
In the
became
shadow.
transparent,
Okay.
and then suddenly you could only see
A
the
little bit
skeleton
of Pirates of the Caribbean
part.
shit.
A little bit, yeah.
going
A
on.
little bit, yeah.
But kind of reverse.
But it's
It
a
sounds-
reverse
Can that be
of
good?
it's the sun and stuff, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very interesting. I didn't
But
think
but
about
but
that.
not the
I think
moon.
that has
But
to do with
yeah.
my curse.
But that's where we end. Sorry for the recap on that small little part, as I got a little tired. But we will see you next time, and I hope that that you enjoyed our little endeavor and the little mischievous part.
We take to the skies. Let's take to the skies next round.
Next time we're going to do a quick, small little shopping period, and as
We'll do that offline.
yeah, we'll do that majority of
So-
online, and I'll tell you what the shop has.
I kind of want to play with that because I have.
But
that's
we
the first
are
time I
gonna
play
role
something,
play a little bit, as there are character development moments, especially since you ran a horse through. So
Not me.
They didn't.
He.
you are.
They were just in the cart.
Yeah,
But-
he would be a stranger, but she'd recognize Galanak, technically. 'cause they
Yes, the
worked there.
turtles that went through her window. Yes.
No,
Well,
those
I
were
was
different
in the
turtles.
car.
Yeah, but
Yeah, different turtles.
you were still a
Sure, because there's so
Point
many
is,
jawless turtles.
We are still
out there.
going to role play that, and I hope you enjoyed us. Those that stayed until this point, thank you. We love you, and we will see you next time next
Yes.
week with
Stay tuned
another
next
piece
time.
with another piece of art.
Yes.
The brothers. from
Yeah, the two
comic book.
brothers.
Whoop whoop.
And before you go, take a look at the latest two pieces that we've been able to unveil, and not only on screen, but we're going to share them here again right now, so you can see them. And we'll keep adding every single time at the back end of our episode. So join us.
Until we have the full group.
The whole roster.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole roster in
Yeah.
one giant piece. It's
gonna be awesome.
I'm really excited.
Anyway, thank you again. Till next time, keep on rolling, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Right, and thank you, Corinne, again
Thanks,
for all your awesome
Corinne.
work.
Thank you. Oh my god.
awesome.
Ugh.